It's wonderful to be in sort of at home in the on the same wavelength in this natural flow, practicing milking it. And really that's what I've been doing, is taking on the instructions into life. And it seems, think more positive and more general and less negative and specific. It seems like a simple experiment, but it actually feels to me in my life like it's a really radical thing to do. It's radically different than the way most people around me are and the world is and the way I've been.
But it's so natural to who you really are.
Yes. So, and I feel that my inner platform is becoming more stable and more at ease. And right now, though, the outer platform, it seems like all the balls have been thrown up in the air. And Monday morning, I don't know where they'll fall. And everything has been thrown up in such a way that's so interrelated that even if the sorting it into piles and figuring it out, I don't even feel like it's possible to do that. It's too complicated.
Good, because that really isn't your work. We want to give you something here, and then we want to hear from you fully. But consider this. Can you hear that the way you feel is a manifestation? Can you hear, we were just talking to you, can you hear that the way you feel is a manifestation? Can you feel that being in that peaceful state, can you feel that alignment is a manifestation? This is a really good thing to acknowledge. Alignment is a manifestation. Emotion is a manifestation. So rather than trying to sort out all the moving parts and wrestle them to the ground and put order to them, can you feel that being in alignment or feeling good is a manifestation? So we've been saying for a while that you want to go to the vortex and then go to the vortex and then go to the vortex and then have a conversation. Go to the vortex and then clean out a drawer. Go to the vortex and then drive your car somewhere. Go to the vortex and then make your flight arrangements. Go to the vortex and then. Because when you are in alignment with who you are, which simply means you feel good, then the impulses that come to you, let's start again. Then you are a cooperative component that can mesh comfortably with the other cooperative components. When you're out of sync, then it doesn't matter how many lists you've made or how orderly you try to be. It's a rough ride. So we want to talk about this. Bring us up to speed with where you are now, and we'll take some specifics that you're talking about and apply them to what we just said.
Yeah. So, as I said, it's sort of a blessing in a way, because it's so complicated that I can't even create scenarios to entertain myself. All right, I can control it.
Let's even make that better. Yeah. It's even a blessing in a way. Can we assume that everything is a blessing, not just in a way?
Yes.
In other words, can you accept that what is so all right that it's you in the process of being all that you are? And so not just in a way. In other words, it's a blessing in this way and in this way and in this way and in this way. That'll put you right in the vortex, and it will allow the cooperative components to reveal themselves to you, so it doesn't feel like everything's just thrown up in the air randomly falling, because nothing ever is.
Right. Yeah, right. So the idea is it's intentionally being thrown up to come together sort of perfectly in a different way as it lands, right? Rather than, who knows what'll happen or something like that.
Well, anything that you can do that holds you in a place of positive expectation is a good thing to do. But we can feel from the specifics that you were just offering there that specific analogy is more unsettling than settling. Can't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't it feel sort of chaotic? The idea of it feels, and so it's sort of like, in a way, this chaos is a blessing. But the chaos and the in a way
Right.
keep you from allowing the blessing to reveal itself to you anytime soon. So it's like, in a way, this is probably going to turn out all right eventually,
Right.
but in the meantime, I'm having a sort of rough ride.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be
Right.
as rough.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And and I've taken on making the well-being and being at ease and feeling positive to be more important than everything else. And that's been one of those things that seems like, okay, that's
why we ask you to
yeah.
consider it being a manifestation.
Right.
Because there's a tendency to want to manage all those moving parts into a manifestation that's pleasing. But as you just discovered, there's too many moving parts, and the attempt at the impossible, when you're trying to control the uncontrollable, it just holds you in that place of not being in alignment longer. Yeah. But if you can accept that this thing that you just brilliantly said, that you got from us, this thing that you just, but it's brilliant that you know it. In other words, yeah. It's your knowing, as you said it, you know it. As you acknowledge that feeling is the manifestation you're reaching for. In other words, I don't need to manage all the moving parts. I just want to feel good. I don't need to figure out how everything's going to unfold or what the path's going to be. I just want to feel good now. I just want to find ease now. I just want to find, because that's a manifestation that you can control. Have you ever, Esther would sit in a theater, a movie theater, or even in a hotel room watching a movie, and have the covers right over her head. Now, it's not real. Somebody made it up. The people aren't even really living that. It's just something that somebody decided would be beneficial to terrorize you with. So there's nothing right. in reality about it, and yet she's having a manifestational, emotional response to it. And we just want you to realize, in other words, that monster might as well be in her room because she couldn't be more frightened. Yeah. She wouldn't feel more frightened if he were really in her room than the way she feels in watching it on television. Because negative emotion is negative emotion. Terror is terror, regardless of the reality of the reason for it, you see. So if you can accept that the emotion that you're feeling is reality, and that's the reality that you care most, as you said, more than everything else put together, that you're trying to affect, now you've got it. Yeah. Because the emotion, you can manage moment by moment by moment by moment if you care enough about it. If you care enough about how you feel, you're going to avoid that thought when that thought has upset you over and over and over again. After a little while, you'll stop touching that